Hello and welcome to 2021. My name's Thomas and I have set myself a new challenge for you this year. Following on from my success last year of losing 3 stone by riding this bad boy and my road bike at home, I managed to lose 3 stone, which is excellent, but I need to do more. So this year's challenge entails, well, I'm hoping to get 2,000 miles on my bike this year. Now if you look last year at my stats from Strava, last year I managed 1,407 miles, which is great, but it's not enough. So this year I am going for 2,000 miles. I imagine that will require me to spend a little bit more time on my road bike to get some miles behind me, but that will encourage me to get out more on the weekends when I'm not at work. So that's all good. So weight wise, I am also looking to lose another 2 stone this year. I did 3 stone last year, which I figured was a good place to start, seeing as I started off with a higher weight. It was quite heavy. I can't remember what it was, 16, 17, best part of 20 stone last year. So I'm hovering just below 17 stone at the moment. So I figure another 2 stone to aim towards would be a good place to start. Of course, if it goes beyond that, then I'll crack on. But that's my target for this year. So what is in store for this year? Again, more cycling. I did a whole bunch of exploring around the local area last year, but there's still a load more to be seen. Last year, this coronavirus rubbish did put a stop to a lot of my plans cycling wise. But as we go into the 2021, hopefully these things will clear up and we can get on with some more things. So this year, I am hoping to get to some trail centres. Over the last few years, these have popped up all over the place in the southwest of England, and I intend to visit some of those and show those to you guys as well. I will be doing a few more product reviews and all that kind of thing. So really, much more of the same really as what you've been seeing. So I hope you can stick along and follow my journey with me. And I really want you guys to let me know how you're getting on each week as well. Get busy in the comments, and if you haven't already, do a subscribe, because it'd be really great to have you on this journey with me. I will be showing you a couple of bits, the first of which is my snazzy new set of scales. Now it just looks like a normal set of scales of course, but these are Bluetooth enabled, so I no longer have to mess about popping all the details in my phone. I stand on these bad boys, it uploads my figures straight to my phone. Much easier for me to show you guys what's going on, and also I can track it nice and easily on my phone. So that is a great bit of kit. I will put a link down below in the comments. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll pop it down below in the comments. Have a look, and you can use the same and follow me on my journey using the same kit. So what is going on this week? Well, we've had our cold snap already, but it was actually nice weather. It was just really cold. We didn't really get the snow and ice that was predicted, but there is more of that on the way. In between that, of course, we've got horrible rain. You may be able to hear it on my roof. It is horrible out there. So not a great day for cycling out there today. So I'm hoping to get out there tomorrow and see what's going on. And it's nice to have you on board. I'll see you soon with some cycling. So I've just done my little intro video a few moments ago. Today is Tuesday the 12th of January, which coincidentally is the day after my birthday. There is a reason these things start the day after my birthday. There was a pleasurable banquet put on by my wife yesterday. She does a mean buffet, so always a good idea to get that out of the way, so I've got a clear run ahead of me. Anyway, these scales will measure all of my vital statistics, BMI, body fat and all that sort of jazz. So when I step on these scales, it should update onto this app and give me my first measurement. So let's see what my start weight is. I will of course weigh myself again on Friday. That will be my regular weigh day, the same as it was last year. So let's get to it and see what happens. Okay. So that has gone on there. Don't know what's going on there. Let's save the data anyway there. So 109 kilos is my start weight. I have set myself a challenge to lose 2 stone again this year. I'd like to go beyond that, but let's give myself a realistic target, which equates to 12.7 kilos. So from that, I can work out that my target weight is 96.3 kilos. I think I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 93.6 kilos, and it will be great to get below 100 kilos weight mark. So the next time I see you, hopefully I'll be out on the bike and have a little bit of excitement in the bike department. Okay, so it turns out the reason it didn't take all of my measurements a few moments ago is because I didn't stand on the scales long enough. I jumped off when it was taking all of my measurements via these sensors on here. So I've done it again just now. It's still 109 kilos, but it gives me a BMI of 34.4, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, muscle mass and all that kind of stuff, and 21.1% body fat. So I guess the headlines there is that top line, 109 kilos, 34.4 BMI and 21.1% body fat. I will work hard to get those figures down. Oh, it'd be so good if I was less than 100 kilos, but all in good time. So let's get on with some exercise from here on in, and hopefully the weather plays ball this week. I will see you soon. Bye. So before we get into any of the cycling, there is a couple of bits I forgot to mention when I was doing my little piece out there with regards to what's happening this year. I'm concentrating on getting some miles in this year. I really want to work on my cardiovascular fitness and sort of stamina and that kind of thing. And the heck is that? Anyway, being out of breath less than I have been the last couple of years. So on that note, also I would like to make myself a little bit more toned. You know, I'm obviously still a fat bloke despite losing 3 stone last year. That's 3 stone off of a big starting point. So I would like to tone up a little bit this year. So I'm going to be doing more in the way of like the Davina Own Your Goal stuff that my wife has signed up for. I'll be doing a few of those, but that's not the main part of it. Obviously, it's the cycling is the main aspect of this this challenge for this year, given that I need to crack out 2,000 miles. Now, that will start at the beginning of the year, just because that's where my Strava will basically calculate it. So that has started already. I don't know where I'm at, but I've had a few little rides there. Also, I will be looking to invest in like a home gym setup, so I can do some weights and stuff, so I can start looking a bit more buff, you know. The only problem being the beginning of the year and coronavirus, so we're in lockdown at the moment, so it's not that easy to get out and do your exercise. Everywhere is literally sold out of these home gyms. So when the time is right, and you know, a month or 2 down the line, I'll get one of those and I'll start pumping some iron. You know, I don't want to be Jeff Capes. Interestingly, I did used to live with Jeff Capes' sister-in-law, but that's a different story for another time. Anyway, I don't want to look like Jeff Capes. I just don't want to be all flabby and hanging. So a little bit of muscle definition will be good. And, you know, before long, I'll have a 6-pack, hopefully. Anyway, on top of that, I would like to get back out on my surfboard again this year. It has nearly been 12 months. Obviously, I did at the tail end of last year. I sold my car, the only car I've got which is suitable for taking that down the beach. So I will be looking to change that up and get myself a little estate car so I can bung my surfboard. Obviously, I've got my Volkswagen camper, which you've seen earlier, which will be used to take my surfboard down the beach. But it's up on the ramps and stuff at the moment, just doing some stuff so I can get out on the road. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I've got a couple of pieces said, so I will see you soon. Hello and welcome to Blob on a Bike 2021 season. If you're a seasoned viewer, you'll know that basically I just put a load of badly edited rubbish with a couple of crashes thrown in. But if you're new, welcome along. Hopefully you'll join me on the journey of losing a couple of stone this year, and also trying to make my way towards 2,000 miles of cycling this year. So I'm off to a good start. I've had a couple of good rides already this year, and now today I'm on my way to the post office. That's what I do on my bike. It's a good way of me getting out and saving some money on petrol at the same time. So today I'm hoping for about 10 miles. Let's get on with it. Okay, so for anyone new, I'm situated in Bude, and most of my riding is done while I'm at work. I'm self-employed, so luckily I can nip out, time permitting, whenever I like, really. So anyway, I've done a loop round down to the post office. I did go there via the canal and then up the hill in a high street. So now I've done that loop, I'm just going to do another couple of little loops around the canal, and it should equate to about 10 miles, I reckon. Can't really remember, but anyway, let's get on with it. So for anyone who is not familiar with my accent, I am from the UK, where it is often tipping it down with rain. This is a common sight. I don't particularly enjoy riding my bike in the rain, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And where I mentioned previously, I do 80% of my cycling is done from my workplace, so I don't have the luxury of a shower to go back to or anything like that, so I have to take a change of clothes with me. When the weather's a bit rubbish like this, it takes me upwards of 10 minutes to get ready on my bike, changing, getting out of my thermals and my thermal socks, and then putting on all my cycling kit. Particularly when it's raining, I have to go in sort of semi-wet weather gear, which just takes ages. But on the upside, I can just go back to the unit and change back into some dry clothes, which is really nice. And they've normally dried out by the next day when I need to use them again, generally. So anyway, the worst bit is the first bit when it comes to taking up a new exercise. And if I've got any stragglers who are just starting this year and think, you know, that you should get out on your bike, it is a brilliant way to lose weight. I lost over 3 stone last year, put a bit on over Christmas, which isn't the norm, I think. But off we go again. And you have to realise that in a couple of months' time, you'll be thinking to yourself, man, I can almost get out in my t-shirt and shorts, because after the new year comes by, the summer does not take long to get here, and I think everyone's really waiting for it this year. So if you're thinking, oh, I might wait until the weather's a bit better, get out there now and get a head start, because all those people who are doing just that will start, you know, coming out the woodwork in March, April, around Easter or whatever, and you would have had a good couple of 3 months in it to tone up and lose a bit of weight. So get out there now, don't delay it, get onto it right now. That's lap 2 under my belt, last one, let's get on with it. Bit chesty today. What a lovely day. Sadly, the rain now has got to the stage where it's not just a bit of drizzle, it's actually raining, and my shower-proof jacket is now stuck to my arm, sogging wet. So this is luckily my last lap today, but if I start getting cold, I just have to go a bit quicker when I warm up. Yeah. That is lap 3 in the bag. Let's go and have some lunch. Okay, so that is the first ride of this challenge out of the way, and it was pretty nasty weather-wise, but like I said, the first bit is the worst bit, and once you get a little bit damp, it doesn't really matter how wet you get, as long as you stay a bit warm. Anyway, so sometimes you've got to do those things, and today I managed 12.62 miles, which is great. It wasn't particularly pleasurable, but having got back and finished that, I feel great now. So don't delay and get on with it. Anyway, if I manage to do that 200 times this year, of course I've got my 2,000 miles under my belt, but I often don't have time to do that much of a ride, but we'll just have to see how we get on, won't we? What are you doing? Get out on your bike and let me know how far you're doing. Good morning, it is Thursday today, and as predictable, I am riding up to the post office again. Shorts today. It's not raining, it's pretty windy in parts, exposed parts. Soon find out when I get to the coast path, but for now I'm staying dry, so let's get on with it. Nice little coast down to North Cottonmouth in Bude now, and as of then I'll be able to sack off this horrible headwind, and it can help me push me up that hill. Yeah. Well, they've had sheep in this field up on the cliff path, so unfortunately it is really claggy, and this is where I came to a stop. The bike isn't rolling very free. You can see there's a bit of crud in there, and a nice mixture of sheep poo. Nice. Nice bit of sheep poo on my leg. Oh look, all up my bum, no doubt. Hate to think what my arse looks like. Anyway, so here we are at Crookley's Beach. Nice part of Bude there, and Summerlees Bay over there. And I have to announce that I have set up a club on Strava. So if anyone wishes to join me in my 2,000 miles this year, you can get started right at the start. It does start from the beginning of the year just because that's the way that Strava works, but apparently I'm 15 miles behind where I should be at the moment, so I better get a bit of a move on. Anyway, so there'll be a link below if you wish to join that. If you want to find it yourself, it's BOAB, I can't even remember, look at the link down below. Anyway, I'm heading over there, let's get on with it. Some people in Bude will use the sea pool no matter what the weather's doing. It could be iced, well it wouldn't there because it's salt water, but cold as you like, still people in there. Well, that was a nice little ride, and that is me back on my industrial estate. However, it would be rude not to go and do an extra lap of the canal today on the basis that it's not raining. The wind is a bit horrible, but still dry. Let's go. It's gonna be wet down here. I haven't got my waterproofs on, so slowly does it today, I think. My feet are actually still dry, so getting a bit wet. We would like to keep it that way. You can't go too close to the side because those brambles just rip your skin to shreds. All good. It does smell like poo again at the sewage works. I know that's kind of obvious, but they sometimes spray a misty substance into the air to neutralise the odour, because there's houses over there you can see, but it really depends which way the wind's blowing, and today it's a stinky one. Bude Canal. That's all for today, folks. Weigh in tomorrow. So that is today's riding done and dusted, and we managed a whopping 11.43 miles. I still haven't caught up to where I should have been, because it said I had 15 miles to catch up yesterday, but I did have quite a lot of time off over the new year and all that sort of stuff, and leading up to my birthday, so I'm not worried about that. I will catch up with that in no time, and that is it. Weigh day tomorrow. Let's hope I can beat my weight of 109 kilos. I blooming hope so. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and it's an early one today. It's just a little past 9 o'clock, and it is blooming freezing for a change. It's hovering about 2 degrees centigrade at the moment, so nice and cold, but there's hardly any wind, and it's not raining, so I've got my legs out again. So I'm heading up to the post office today. I've basically taken the opportunity to get out while the weather's not so bad, because we've got another really cold spell coming, which might bring some crappy old weather. So I need to get my my target up so far this month. I'm about 14 miles behind, it says on Strava apparently, towards my target of 2,000 miles. So I'm getting a few extra miles in today. Also, when I was on Strava last night, I saw a local guy, who was doing a ride around Bude. So I always sort of check out where they've been. Really good tip: if you want to find new routes near you, follow other people who are near to you on Strava and look at where they're going, because I found a bike trail which is less than a mile from my workplace, which I did not know about. And I've scrutinised maps around here for hours trying to find places to go and ride. So it does pay to do these things. Anyway, I'm heading there this morning because I want to go and check it out, and hopefully it's not too muddy. Unfortunately, my bike is still caked in mud from yesterday's ride, but I don't worry too much about things like that. Let's get on with the ride in. Okay, so here I am at the juncture of where I've not been down this road before, but I have been up here, and that goes straight back to my unit pretty much. But I've never ventured down there because I thought it was private, but it turns out it's actually a road. So it's just in a poor state of repair. It's very muddy, so I'm going to get caked again, but I'm intrigued to see what's down there, and hopefully I can find this path and trail. Let's do it. For anyone watching who's not in the UK, this is what you can expect basically. any time from around October all the way through till around Easter sort of time, so about February, well, March, April, I guess. Even April was a bit naff. May it really starts getting nicer the weather, but you do have to put up with a lot of this kind of stuff. That's why I don't really clean my bike, because it just gets filthy the next time I go out on it. So I'm halfway down this track, I reckon, so I'm just going to carry on and see where it comes out. Anyone fancy a little kiddie's bike? There's one there. Someone's abandoned that one. Anyway, I'm going to head down here, and I don't think it's too far along there, so let's get on with it. Okay, this is what I found on the map, and it just goes through here, so let's go and see what's what. Okay, so I found the trail. There's a couple of little offshoots. That doesn't go anywhere, it just goes to a picnic area, but it looks like quite a nice trail running alongside this little river here. I was just chatting to a guy. I closed the gate for him and his car, and he was telling me there's like 3 routes I can take, so I'll go and have a little explore and see what's what, but hopefully it will come out by the Weir, where I've ridden before. Some of you may have seen that, so let's get on with it. So I haven't got much further, and I've come to a Y in the road here, so I always try and head upwards first while I've got more energy, and then try the lower trail when I've probably flagging a little bit. So they both pretty much go to the same place according to this. Someone scratched the letters off, but I'm heading up here first, and hopefully I'll come back and see what's going on down here. Okay, so this pretty much sums it up. I'm right at the top here. This is the highest part of the path here, and actually, as I was climbing up, I had to get off and push just because my wheel was slipping. Because I do a lot of road riding, I generally have my PSI set at about 40, so it's not great really when you're off-road. But if I let my tyres down, it's not great on the road, so I'll just have to leave them pumped up a bit, won't I? Right, interesting to see what's over the crest of this hill, and it should go down the hill towards the main road. Let's have a look. There's an interesting little pathway down there. It's on quite a gradient here, but there's not much in the way of opportunity to get down there, but it's quite straight down there. I'll check it out when it's not so muddy, but for now let's keep going this way. Well, that's only about half a mile long, that little stretch there, and it comes out the road just over there by that gate. But the guy did, when I saw him at the beginning, he said there's like 3 levels, and I think one of them must be here. That's where I'll come down, so I'm going to shoot along here and then ride all the way back, I think, to where I started with that fork in the road, and then head down by the footpath by the stream. Let's go and check that out. It's not a footpath, it's a bridleway. Another little trail that shoots off down there, but I'm wondering if that is where the river walk comes out. We'll soon find out, won't we? I'm heading on this mid-level, so let's get on with it. Too much talking. So this is that little trail that I said I'll try when it's not so muddy. It comes down here, crosses this main path, and continues down there, which does look quite good fun, but far too muddy and slippy at the moment. I'll try that another time and let some air at my tyres. For now, I've got a little downhill section. Let's see what that's all about. Okay, so I'm back down by the river now, heading back in the direction where I came from to start off with. I have to say, not massively exciting, but it will give me a nice exciting, well, more exciting than the road anyway, place to come and ride my bike in the summer when it's a bit nicer, on the way to the post office, and mix it up a bit. You can make some good loops around here, and I'm always discovering more, so it does pay to get out there and check it out and have a good old look. Well, that's novel. My gears have stopped working. I'm stuck in my easiest gear, so it's probably better than being stuck in my hardest gear, but I'll have to free up the cable, or it's probably rusted from where all this rain we've had. Something else for me to fix, eh? Better have a go, ain't I? As soon as I said I'd start fixing it, it started working again, so I can keep my feet dry for a bit longer. I'm back at this fork in the trail again. I went up there to start off with, just rode back down there. A little further along there's a little bit which forks off down closer, a little bit closer to the river, runs right along the bank, so I'm going to give that a go. It did look a bit drier as well for some reason. Let's check it out. See how much success we have here. Oh. Well, this is still nasty and wet, but hopefully I can keep going. So you can see where the water level's been. It's a bit sandier than the other level, so should hold the mud together a bit better, I guess, if I don't stack it on one of these roots. I'll have to dig out my chest mount again. Still wheel spinning. Let's go and see what's down here. Oh, more mud. Oh, gonna have to duck here. My little lad would love to have a go on that, so we'll certainly be coming back here when the weather's a bit better. But it does need to be a bit less slippy. It'll be much more fun then. Well, sadly, that is where the trail alongside the river ends. That's private property in there, so I'm not going in there. So I rode down that way a little bit away. So I'm going to ride back up there and head down to the road and then get down to the post office. It's fast approaching my weigh-in time at 11 o'clock. Okay, so I'm glad I found that and came and checked it out. It will be a lot more fun when it's not so slippy and boggy. Nice little loop around there. So anyway, that's viewed over there. You can see the row of houses right in the far distance. That's where the post office is. So I'm going to head down there. There's a little walkway here that goes down by the canal and I'll follow that to town. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've just done all of these parts here, back up there and back. But looking at this, there's another little path that comes out in a drive-in picnic area, which I didn't see. So I'm going to head to the drive-in picnic area and see where that comes into this bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, more trails. Well, I hope this is it and not someone's driveway. Getting covered in mud in my face. Well, I'm not altogether sure this is where I'm meant to be because the river was there and I'm sure it crossed the river. Could it come out there? Could it go in there? Oh, let's go down here. It's probably someone's private driveway, but let's check it out while we're here. Okay, so there is a footpath that goes up there. Does not look bike friendly, so I won't be going up there. So I wonder where it goes down here. There is a turning off there, so I'll go and have a... Well, there's an interesting feature there, but I'm not sure that's where I'm looking for. So I'll head back and see if I can take another turning somewhere. Okay, well this looks to be the drive-in picnic area. You can't obviously drive in, but there is a little car park. But I have actually ridden along that path going alongside. That's the old canal there, but that literally stops and doesn't go anywhere further. So let's see what's up here. My bike is making some funny noises. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. It literally goes to a brick wall, quite literally, so I can't get through there. So I'll have to check it out on a map and try and zoom in on satellite images and all that sort of thing to find out where that is. But anyway, something for me to do another time when the weather improves a bit. For now, I must get to the post office, so I'm going to get on with it. Post office done. My bike could really do with a clean. Nice. Okay, well really that was a bit of a bonus bike ride today. Don't normally get out on a Friday, particularly in the morning, because I'm normally quite busy on a Friday morning. But today, that window was open and the weather was good, so I was not missing that opportunity. Plus I had to catch up some miles. Anyway, today, 11.53 miles. Yeah, it always feels a little bit longer rides like that when you're going really slow in the mud and all that. It feels hard work, but you don't really go very far. But 11.5 miles is not too bad. I think I'll still be a little bit behind my target. I'll reveal that in a second when I do my weigh-in. It is now 20 past 11. I normally do my weigh-in at 11 on a Friday morning, so I better get on with it. Okay, so that is it for the end of week one of my new challenge for 2021 to cycle 2,000 miles by the end of this year. And also, I'd like to lose a couple more stone this year. I lost 3 stone last year, put a little bit on just over the Christmas and New Year period, but then lost most of that again afterwards. Anyway, so my weight at the start of this was 109 kilos. I believe my target is 96.3. something like that. Anyway, so I'll let you know anyway at the end. It'll be an infographic style thing. So it's been quite a good week actually. I have been out on my bike a few times at work. Well, that's generally where I do my riding during the week. So I did get out a few times. The weather's been good actually. I think I got a soak in on Tuesday, or perhaps it was Wednesday, I don't know. But anyway, I did get out a fair few bike rides this week, and a cheeky little one this morning. I don't normally cycle on a Friday morning in particular anyway, but it got a bonus in today. I had all my work done ready for the post office early, and the weather was playing ball, so I took full advantage and got out there and got over 11 and a half miles out, so I'm really pleased about that. So let's get onto my weight. I'll do that and I'll be back in a second and let you know how I got on this week. 109 to beat. Okay, there you can see the weights I posted on Tuesday when I did my first weigh-in on the run up to this first week. So let's see how we're getting on today. Okay, it looks like I have peaked too soon and got off the scales too early again, so I need to do that again. Okay, the reason I'm having to do it again, if you don't stand on the scales long enough, it takes quite a while for it to do all of its calculations for BMI and body fat and all that kind of thing, and I just keep forgetting about that and get off the scales too quick. So I'm going to do that again, and hopefully it will still be 108.6 kilos. Let's have a look. Now I've just got to wait around for it to do its stuff. Okay, so that is my new weight for this week, 108.6. Pleased with that. Okay, right, so there you have it. My weight today, 108.6. 108.6 kilos, don't know if you can see that. I did notice actually that my body fat, when I started, well, before I did that weighing, was 21.1%. It is now at 21%. So that's gone down. Also, my BMI has gone down 0.1, which is excellent. Anyway, still a ways to go. 400 grams I lost this week, which does equate to £1 pretty much. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I must say also my target to reach 2,000 miles this year. Following on from that bike ride that I've just had, I am, let's have a quick look how we're doing, where we're, oh, go away. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but it says there that I've done 79.6 miles on my bike already this year. That is from the 1st of January. I've got 1,920.3 miles to go, and I'm 2.5 miles behind plan. So I will have to ramp it up and hopefully get out again this weekend. I've got my road bike at home, so hopefully I can crunch some miles out on that and get above my target. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching this week. I hope you've had a good weigh-in as well. If there's new people, you know, joining, you know, hopefully you'll stick around and join me throughout the year. Do a subscribe now, please. It won't cost you anything, and it really helps me out as a channel. So get and do that now, please. But thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know how much weight you've lost. I will see you next week for more cycling. See ya.